Hey yo, divine earthlings of the universe. What is up? What is up? What is up? I do hope that you all are having a good day, a good night, whatever time it is for you. Peace, love, light, blessings, and namaste to you all. Today is Sunday, October the 12th of 2025. Grand day, grand rising. Hope all is well. Thank you so much for being connected to the channel. I do appreciate it. It's much humbled and I'm honored for each and every one of you. So thank you so much for being here. A1 day ones, and if it's your first time, I just really appreciate it. I want to start with my disclaimers. I'm not a psychic. I'm just a messenger here to provide the purest love and light vibes from the Most High Creator, my ancestral team, guides, guide, the universe, the Most High Source, in the purest love energy possible. Therefore, we remove any dark entities, dark energies, evil eye vibes, evil eye vibers, and negativity from this space. We keep it divinely protected in the love, light, and glow of the Most High Creator and our spiritual team, archangels, ancestors, excuse me, as well. This is in no way, shape, or form to impose my feelings, thoughts, beliefs into your life. I'm one reader. You may resonate with another reader. That is cool. Find the reader best for you. Always know your free will, intuition, and discernment are key factors. And if the Cinderella slipper don't fit, don't force it. Do not eat the food on the plate. If it don't resonate, I may not be the reader for you. You may not vibe my vibe, and that's perfectly fine. This is a non-judgment zone. We do not judge. We just go with the flow of the energy. This is a creative zone, a zen zone, a spiritual zone, inspiring zone, uplifting zone, a zen zone. But it's never a judging zone. So, gonna go ahead and dive in. Roles could always be reversed here as well. And I am Tasia with Amalgam Divinity Glow. Okay. So what I wrote today, it's gonna kind of like, I keep hearing this message, so we just gonna channel it and see what's going on. So someone wanted to be on the scene, like on a movie scene or screen. They wanted to be on the scene, SCENE, but you're the one being seen, SEEN. They wanted your role. This message is was heavy yesterday, and it's going in roll. I'm hearing roll call. It's going in order from the messages that I've been receiving lately about people playing a role, about how you're preserving your fortune by no longer being the payroll for those playing roles. It's like this message is continuing, because I heard this yesterday. And then at 12:12 p.m., I just sat down for this reading and I heard it again. So we're going to dive in with that message. Somebody wanted to play a role, to be picked for the scenes, to be seen. Okay, this person definitely likes attention, likes the limelight, likes affection. They like to be in the end all be all, right? They want to be the person of contact. They want to be the person that people remember. They just want to be. They want to be all, the all-seeing eye. This person had an evil eye, though, some evil eye intentions. And then when they saw you, I'm hearing triple threat. They thought you was like a triple threat. You ever see the show Ugly Betty? I used to love that show. And looking at the outside of her, people was judging her because of what she wore, her braces, her glasses. They thought her style was disgusting, ugly, made fun of her, did things on purpose to traumatize her, to embarrass her, to make her want to quit her passion. America Ferrera was in that show. I think that show ran for like, 6-7 seasons or something. Maybe less. I don't know. I can't remember. But either way, you could find it on some streaming platforms. But if we see how people treated her, and then she was like, had the role that all the people wanted. It's 444 on the timer. I just heard it. And if y'all hear noise in the background, that is a dryer. I didn't know that was going to be coming on. So It is what it is right now. I got a lot of noise in the background, but I'm not going to stop this message. Let me actually try to turn up my music. Hold on. So, with that being said, everybody wanted to have ugly Bettys. I'm gonna call her Betty. Because she ain't ugly. People wanted her to be seen as ugly. They didn't want her to be seen for her intelligence, be seen for her creative spark, be seen for who she was as an individual, caring, kind, very smart, very informative, very straight to the point and direct. And she had a lot of connections. But everybody overlooked that because they didn't want to see her, because they wanted to be on the scene and have her position. And they didn't understand or overstand why she was picked for the job. But see, behind the scenes, the head guy in charge that she was the secretary for, his father saw Betty. And he knew that his son would not try to have unprofessional lines crossed with Betty because she wasn't his type. So he was the one behind the scenes that kind of pulled some strings and got her that position as well. But then again, she had to also fight. I mean, of course, Betty didn't know that, but when she got in there, I think that became known, and then she had to just prove to herself like her own worth. And with that being said, I could be missing some other parts of that show, but it's been a while. So with that being said, Betty fought for her passion. Betty fought for, you know what? People don't like me. People don't see me, but I see me. And then her family was very encouraging, very loving. And she didn't come from the finest and dinest and silver platter handed to her. That's not what her life was. But majority of the people around her in that venue, in that area, and the job force that because it was a fashion magazine, and people were very critical, very put their nose up at her because she didn't have the designer fits. But she had her own style. But see, she stood out like a sore thumb because she had her own style and she was still being seen. And a lot of people heard her when she spoke. And so when you speak, that's why you're being seen. And your uniqueness makes you more seen, while these people are still trying to play roles. So it's like, in this time, in this mission, being authentic, I'm hearing being authentic is the authoritative position now. Your authenticity makes you have authority. A lot of people don't know how to be authentic. They want to be on the scene playing roles because they feel like that's what's going to drive their income. That's what's going to drive their support system. That's what's going to drive the love and affection and attention that they want. This world, I'm hearing this man-made world has been making up shit to make you feel like, oh, I have to do this in order to be seen and heard and successful. Like, I have to have a platform to be successful. What if something happened to this platform tomorrow, today, right now, and you're not at that success limit or that success goal? I'm hearing SS denied. I'm hearing success declined. A lot of people's successes are being declined now because they was too focused on how to be seen, but not, I'm hearing they were focused on the quality and not the quantity. Okay. The quantity and not the quality. See? They should have been focused on the quality and not the quantity. That's what I'm hearing. They were so focused on the quality of their role and what dividends, what I'm hearing long big shot contracts that could have got from it, because the quality, the longevity, they wanted longevity, and they thought that longevity meant quality, but it was really the quantity of what you're portraying as. For example, if you have a role, say you can get 20 roles. If this, we're gonna go by like the scenes, like for like movie roles or auditioning or whatever you're auditioning for. You do 20 auditions, you get all 20 of them. You done hit the mark. So you're like, yes, I'm going to take them all. I want them all. Even though they might have a really tight deadline in between each other, or they may overlap. Some people have taken roles or auditions that overlap each other. And then they running, trying to figure out, then they start running a rat race, trying to compete and make sure they can do 20 auditions in this time frame to be seen on a scene. Versus you, Divine Collective, let's say you get 20 auditions. However, you only get one role or one offer. And you're like, okay. And you start reading it. And then all of a sudden, 5 more roles come your way. And you are already set on that one role that you already had. So you were content. Like, okay, I didn't get 19 other offers, but at least I got this one. And I'm going to take it. I'm going to marinate it. I'm going to practice. I'm going to blah, 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 blah. I'm going to make sure I own this. I'm going to see me in this role. And hey, at least somebody saw me, right? Your quality, your character, and how polished you were in your craft. So you take that role. Then all of a sudden, a couple of hours, maybe a couple of days or a couple months later, you're so invested in this one role where you got 5 more roles that come your way. These 5 more roles are bigger and better and brighter. You get all the lights and you get your name on a big screen in Times Square and all over the world, in London, Milan, Africa, Asia, all these different continents. Your name is going to be known. Will you take them? And then you start to think about the quantity versus the quality. Like, yeah, I can have a lot of these roles, but what is the quality role for me? And then you look, you're like, you know what? It's tempting. You get tempted. You get so tempted with these offers that you could easily take these other 5 roles too, right? Run them by your agent, run them by whoever. I think I'm going to run it by and see. And you might want to do it. Maybe one or all other 5. You might want to do them all. Who knows? But that didn't drive you. And I say this in a way of how you can just make it fit your life if it does resonate. Whatever scenario that was, you had to go by quantity. You had to see the quantity of what you were given and search for the quality in each of those. So maybe all 5 of these roles, they just was like, we slept on you before, but we need you now. And then you start to research. Well, why? Or you start to ask questions. Well, okay, it's been a couple of days or a couple of weeks or a couple of months. Was there something that changed? Like, I just want to know before I accept this role. Well, what do you mean you need to know? It's your name is going to be on the big screen. You're going to be seen. You're going to be famous. You're going to have a lot of fortune. The world is going to know who you are. Why does it matter that it took us a couple of days, couple weeks, months? We came back to you. Well, I just want to know, like, what was the actual reason of me being the final decision now for this? Because you asked questions. Like Ugly Betty show, she asked a lot of questions. People wasn't ready for, they just want you to be a yes man, yes woman, yes sir, yes, 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 yes. I'll conform. I'll wear the designer fits so nobody looks at me when I walk into the office. Or I'll say yes to this role because, I mean, come on, it's common sense. Why pass up of an offer of a lifetime to travel the globe and be seen and be successful? That was something you could have accessed. But see, you thought about your success. I'm hearing your spiritual nature woke up at that time where you made a hard decision and you kept that one role instead. And a lot of people were like, why would you keep that one role? That's going to take you years to accomplish these other 5 that were just given to you. It's like if you have a spiritual quality and you're a reader or you're a healer of whatever sort, or a teacher, a mentor, people would be like, why aren't you using this gift the way that we think you should be using your gift? Why aren't you using your talents like this and like that? Why aren't you signing this contract with us? Don't you want this success? And see, you declining success made you an overnight sensation, like an overnight success story. And now you're the one, it took years. I'm hearing grad school years, Howard, I'm hearing Howard University, I'm hearing Howard versus Harvard for some reason. I'm hearing Howard University, which is a HBCU, historical Black college and university school. So, and I visited there when I was younger. It was such a beautiful campus. If I could turn back time, and if all the lanes aligned for me, that's probably a school of my choice I would have went to, or FAMU, because I love FAMU too. But so Howard University versus Harvard University, for some reason, I don't know. It's like, okay, thank you, Spirit. I'm hearing elite schools. Oh, okay, Spirit. You have elite status. See, you have elite status, and that's why you're very intellectual, and that's why you're also being seen, because you ask questions. A lot of people don't like these questions being asked. No, they don't want to have to get rid of their success or their opportunities. People have played roles for so long in society, and a lot of this playing role, even spiritual roles, we is in a time where the spirit is weak and the flesh is weaker. Okay, people's spirits are weakening. Their flesh is very weak. I'm hearing, man, some of these people don't even look the same. You ever hear like the flesh eating disease or something? What's that? Some people flesh is like, I'm hearing discolored. A lot of people are, excuse me, spiritual burp, unrecognizable right now because of the success path that they wanted. Oh, excuse me. Flesh eating bacteria. Let's see what that is. Some people are unrecognizable because of they wanted so much success. Like they would eat at anybody's table. It's like, hey, come out to dinner with us. Hey, come over and eat with us. So they were just eating everybody's food, like thinking they was getting fooled by their nourishment. But it was really like unhealthy flesh eating bacteria. Ew. A serious bacterial infection that destroys tissue under the skin. That's what I'm looking it up, y'all. Flesh-eating diseases occur when bacteria enter the body through a break in the skin. People with a weakened immune system can be at a greater risk of developing this condition. The condition spreads quickly. Symptoms include blisters, fever, fatigue, and pain, worse than a person would expect based on the wound's experience. Oh my goodness. Y'all. Treatment involves immediate delivery of IV antibiotics, Surgical removal of dead or infected tissue from the wound is often required. I mean, surgical removal of dead or infected tissues? Like, these people have eaten some nasty ass success because they wanted more quality. I'm hearing quality control. They thought that it would bring, because see, I keep hearing quality. This person really thought the quality of success was getting more success. That's why I keep hearing quality, because it's really quantity that they was looking for. So they literally thought that quantity and quality were like the same word or something. They really thought that quality meant getting more quality roles or more scene access. Because if they can get in everybody lane and eat, that's why they was eating everybody food and being invited to everything, because they wanted to have more quality success. But the quality that came with that success was, I'm hearing, their own demise. Like, they literally fell into temptation here. And then on this path of success story for this individual or these people, whatever, they saw you. You took their role. At least they thought. See, they got so mixed up and intertwined in everybody roles and lanes and all this and this, to where your path was like very, very, very narrow. And you see how this top here you come, you going and you hit. You can't go no more. You kind of got stopped by this person's success story, or in the midst of it, y'all met up. On your path and on their path, y'all met up. Now y'all auditioning for the same role, right? 2112 on the timer, 2112. Yeah, y'all had to meet each other to balance out divine order here. This person had to meet you to balance out divine order. This person wasn't prepared. Again, I think what was his name? Daniel Mead, I think. That's his name in Ugly Betty. He was the guy that Betty, that was her boss. That's who she went to answer to. And they had to meet up at a point where he thought that he was going to get another girl that he was going to be attracted to, and, mixing business with pleasure. But with Betty, it wasn't that. So they had to learn how to balance each other out. So you come into people's lives to balance it out and to let them realize, like, hey, I may not look like the person on a movie scene here, on a movie screen with the body image or the attire, the hairstyle, the following, whatever. I might not be that person, that role that you envision. I might not look like them. I might not sound like them. I might not act like them. And I'm hearing you're not a follower. Like, you follow your own lane. This person was so easy to follow and cross into other lanes of opportunities to get more opportunities. But not you. You stay focused. And that's how you are more seen. Daniel ended up seeing Betty more than anybody in that world. And at the end of that show, if I recall correctly, they happened to be in the same country. And they saw each other. But I think, if I recall correctly, he started to develop over time this love for Betty, like a romantic. But they built a friendship first. They did. I would love to have seen where that go, but it kind of leaves your mind wondering, like, did they end up in a relationship? Oh my God. Because Betty had her own share of relationships too. But sometimes opposites attract, and you don't even realize until you're not playing a role anymore. See, this person played a role so much. Could have been a lover, could have been a business endeavor, it could have been a close bond, whatever, but they were playing this role, or this role got tainted. I mean, their life got tainted with people playing roles or something, and they became a player energy. They wanted to play the game too. Then, well, this person playing a role, I want to play it too. Again, I want all the auditions. I want them all. I can do them all. They thought more quality meant more quality. But it wasn't. If anything, it hindered them. So the fact that you are being seen. Now, before in your life, you probably did take some quality roles or quality decisions that you made, or choices here. And not to say this in a bad way, because ooh, throat chakra. Not to say this in a bad way. It's more like you had to learn, you had to grow. But see, since you learned, again, grad school, like you graduated and you understood quantity versus quality and quality versus quantity. Before you had like a big old circle of people possibly around you, or you used to express your biggest and deepest desires to those that were around you. And some of them people, or some of them, I don't know, it's just like that's before you knew not to express everything that you were going to accomplish or that you were accomplishing. I think sometimes this role got twisted because the fact that you weren't playing a role, you had the best role though. I'm hearing best supporting actress. This person like won the best supporting actress role while you won the best actress role. See, they thought that they thought that you was going to be the best supporting actress role and lead. No. They thought that, oh yeah, they wasn't the lead role, but they going to be the best supporting role. That's what a lot of people thought about you, Divine Collective. They saw you as the supporter, the loyal supporter role in their life, and that they were the one being seen on a high pedestal. I mean, yes, they could have saw you like that, and yes, they could have poured love into you as well. However, at the end of the day, this person saw your quantity of success and how it would give them more quality roles. Thank you, Spirit. And then we're going to end this message. Give me a moment, y'all. I don't want this to fall. All right. Yep. They saw you as the quantity that they needed in order to have quality roles. See, you stay true to yourself. You stay true to yourself. And see, you was like, I'm not about to play a role. I'm staying true to myself. And see, these people knew that. Or this person knew that how you stayed true to yourself brought them, it was like a quality friendship. Quantity. I'm hearing they want to be more like you. All right, Spirit. What else we got for this role play? What is this? This might be not getting anything. Okay, Spirit, what else for this message for the Divine Collective? Then we're going to end this readings in a moment. Come back with another message in a later. Spirit, what else? Thank you, Spirit. Rejuvenate. Address your addictions. Let go and enjoy. I saw this before we shuffled. Rejuvenate. Address your addictions. Let go and enjoy. See, address your addictions. This person was addicted to playing this role or being seen. They never let go of this addiction, yo. It's like they, again, that flesh-eating bacteria, they was eating everybody food. And it was like addictive behavior. And they never let it go. It's like they started to enjoy this behavior or this addiction. But see, you was over here being true to yourself and rejuvenating yourself. You stay in a tranquil mentality. And this person always has like a like they always have like a uneasy, like always a chaotic vibe going on or something. Like this addiction, like they can't rest. Spirit, what else is this tarot energy that we're receiving? Thank you so much. Amen. Reach for the stars. Reach for the stars. Again, you're the star. You're the leading role without playing a role. Like you're the lead supporting actress, but you're not acting a role. You're showing people what a true actor is. Speaking of actors and actresses, 3044 on a timer. Thank you, Spirit. And I'm going to tell y'all this, and then I'm going to end this message. I think it was Thursday night. I want to say Thursday. I was trying to find something to watch or something, but like my mind drifted to holiday time, and then it drifted to one of the movies I used to watch all the time, and I still do, especially around Christmas season, was Family Stone. I love that movie. I played that DVD out, yo. When DVDs were a thing, yes, my era. Even if it was a VHS, I would have messed up that tape. That's how much I watched it. Love that movie. Love Diane Keaton. Her style, her elegance, her grace, her hair. Like her, I don't know, the black and white, the suits, the feminine and masculine balance of energy that she embodied. I always loved that about her. Her and Meryl Streep are like two of the two tops for me. And anyway, and Gwyneth Paltrow's mom too. I forget her name right now. She's beautiful too. But anyway, is she still living? I need to Gwyneth Paltrow's mom. Anyway, so with that being said, I thought about that movie, and then the scene. I kid you not, the scene that came to me was at the end, and you have Sarah Jessica Parker that's in that movie. She's like the girlfriend of Diane Keaton's son in the movie, and nobody really cared for her. I think her name is Meredith. Nobody really cares for her, and people don't like her. And Rachel McAdams, she's like her brother's sister, so her and Meredith don't really get along. Anyway, so then Everett, I think his name is Everett. That's how she says his name in the movie. So Everett is Diane Keaton's son, and Rachel McAdams is Everett's sister. And Meredith is Everett's girlfriend. Y'all get me? I know it's a little tongue twister. But anyway, nobody cares for Meredith because she's very pretty. Again, she has a lot of designer things, you know, the finest and dinest, and she looks at that as quality. She looks at all the quantity of what she has and not the quality of it. Either way, Meredith is a little bit all over the place, okay? But she has a beautiful spirit. At the end of the day, she tries to be nice. She just has a very interesting personality. So the mom, the sisters don't really get along with her. And she gives the family one photo. The photo that she gives the family is a photo that she saw, and she thought it was Everett, but it wasn't. So Diane Keaton, everybody opens the gift at the same time, and they see that the picture, Meredith framed the picture and gave it to everybody as a gift. And then the mom gets emotional, and she looks at Rachel McAdams, which is, her daughter in the film. She's like, "That's me and you, kid." And it's basically Diane Keaton pregnant on the picture. And Meredith was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought that was Everett. I thought, she thought she was pregnant with Everett because it was on Everett's desk. But it wasn't. It was her and a Rachel McAdams." So that scene stood out to me because it was always very emotional to me, because in the film the mother was, I think she had breast cancer, and that was probably like her last holiday to be with her family, and her daughter and her have like run-ins here and there in their connection, but it also identified the love that they had in that moment. And then I thought to myself, man, that was a good movie. Like, all of that happened in like a span of maybe 1 moment, 1 minute in my mind, but it seemed like a long time. And so, for those of you still staying, hearing this, thank you, because I know this is like, but it resonates with this message because Diane Keaton was seen. She didn't show her body off, and she was still seen. She was the most covered up actress, I feel, that had all this grace and authority to be authentic. And I saw that, and I thought about that movie on Thursday night, and then my mind went to, man, that movie. And I was like, man, that movie actually is older. And then I thought about Diane Keaton, and I was like, man, in the movie, the next year, they fast forward a year after that, and the mom had passed by this time. In the photo, they had the photo still hanging, in the home. And that's how they ended the movie. They like zoomed in on the photo that everybody had got for the gift, because they kept the mother's tradition going, even though it was difficult. I'm getting chills right now. I don't know if y'all can like really see my chills, but they're chilling. And so, with that being said, she passed away in the movie. And then I thought about the real actress, Diane Keaton. I was like, I wonder how she's doing. Because I was like, that movie was older. And I know she was older in that movie, but as a child, you see people on the scene, excuse me, and they stay the same age. Like the role that she played in Father of the Bride, that will be forever her age in Father of the Bride. So as a child, as you get older, you're seeing them in that forever age. But you realize people are aging. And she aged with dignity, with grace, with identity. No matter if somebody saw her as the fit role or not, she still lived her life. And as of yesterday, I went out with my oldest and dearest, Bond, from 7th grade. And we're talking, we're catching up, and we're packing up to leave. And she's like, oh yeah, did you hear that Diane Keaton passed? I was like, who? She said Diane Keaton. And I was like, oh my God, no. And I thought about Diane Lane from Knights in Rodanthe and some other movie she plays in. I can't think of it right now. I thought about the actress Diane Lane. I was like, oh no, is that the lady from Knights in Rodanthe? She was like, I don't think so. She's like, I think she played in a movie that we saw together in high school. I think Because I Said So. I think we saw that together. And I was like, hold up. I was like, the lady from Family Stone? The lady who wears black and white? She's like, yes. I was like, no. I said, no, you gotta be kidding me. She's like, no, she just passed away. She said she found out like a couple, maybe 3 hours ago. She was with her son and at his baseball game. I was like, what? And I had been on social media like all day. By this time, it's like 6:37 at night. No, probably 8. I was like, I didn't even know the lady passed. And I had literally just thought about that movie. So I say that because your energy is felt. People see you, people hear you, people know who you are, people see you. You're the one being seen and making people address their addictions, about why they want to be seen and don't want to let go of an addiction because they want to have success stories. But see, you've been reach for the stars. It's like you already got star status. You are already being of service here. You are already facing your adversities here. That's why people respect, reflect on your truth. Yet people respect your truth, and they also reflect on your truth. Grieve your losses. Some people are having They're grieving their loss right here. Grieve your losses. Some people I heard success declined. The people are about to have a decline in success as your truth rises to stardom. And that's why you're going to be seen. Look, become a clear channel. You're a channel for humanity. Your downloads as well. Something about you're the port. We just had a portal day, and I didn't do a message on the portal day, but the 1010 portal that just passed, yeah, you became more clear channel. You are gonna witness and see a lot of changes. Be patient. Your success is here. Okay, Spirit, what else we got? Admit your vulnerabilities. Begin to explore. You're about to start exploring because you love yourself. So you're about to do a lot of more exploring. Your self-love here. Yeah, live life to the fullest. You over here living life to the fullest, and you strengthen your gifts. So your spiritual gifts are strengthening. Everything is strengthening here into your life. And you're about to be seen like Ugly Betty. Ugly Betty, you that success story that nobody thought was going to ever take flight, that nobody would ever remember in life. And then speaking of Diane Keaton, rest her soul, beautiful ass lady. Very just regal. Something about her just regal. Timeless. Love it. Look her up. Look up her style. Y'all gonna be like, what? I need her wardrobe, okay? I used to always think that. I'm like, man, her clothes are just amazing. Beautiful ass lady. Beautiful to the last moment. And always herself. So live on that. Be yourself. Love yourself despite what these people don't think you should be. That you don't be. They don't. Love yourself despite what people feel. Some people don't feel like you should be the one on the scene and getting the audition roles and the blah, 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 the opportunities, the following, or even the people that love you. Because we're not just talking about like on a public scale, even on a personal scale in your life. Some people don't think you should have a home, a nice vehicle, a loving family. Like, people don't like that. It's weird. But they have to grieve their losses and not project it onto other people. And that's what a lot of people do. They project, and then they play roles. And they get the quality of life because they're playing a role. And then they see as the quality diminishes, where's the quantity? See, I keep saying that backwards. This person has lived a backwards life. They keep thinking about the quantity and not the quality. They literally thought that quality was quantity. If that makes sense. This person literally replaced quantity with quality. And now they're realizing like nothing was ever quality here. I just wanted more and more and more. And now they're left with nothing, basically. I don't know. It's so weird. This person just is grieving their losses right now as you strengthen your gifts. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to end it there because I got to go. But I hope it resonated. If it didn't, do not force this message to fit your life. Okay. In any way, shape, or form. But I'm going to come back with another message as well. I do appreciate each and every one of you. You can always thumbs it up. Email me if you want to connect as well. And I will get back soon. Love and light to you. Namaste.